Hi my dear children, welcome back to my video online class. Today we are starting a new lesson, decimals. You studied already decimals in 4th standard, how to change fractions into decimals, decimals into fraction. What is decimal? Yes, fraction with the denominator 10, 100 or 1000, we can write it as decimals. Higher class, other fractions also you will learn how to write it as decimal numbers. Okay, to study about decimals, we must know the place value chart of decimal numbers. The place value chart of decimal numbers has 3 parts. Do you know which are the 3 parts? Yes. First one is whole number part. Whole number part means the whole numbers. That is ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. Again we can write the places. These places are called the whole number part. And this is another one, decimal point. This decimal point separates the whole number part and the decimal part. And the part which is there after the decimal point is known as fractional part. This fractional part we are writing as decimal numbers. Okay, in the place value chart of decimal number has 3 parts. That is whole number part. That is then the whole numbers. Already we know the whole numbers. After that, decimal point is the decimal point separates the whole number part and the fractional part, and the part which comes after the decimal point is known as fractional part. This fractional part we are writing as decimal numbers. The decimal form of 1 by 10 is what already you studied this in 4th standard. That is 0.1. Next, 1 by 100 is what? 0.01, and 1 by 1000 is what? 0.001. This is the decimal form of these fractions. 1 by 10 is 0.1, 1 by 100 is 0.01, and 1 by 1000 is 0.001. Okay, these are the 3 parts of the place value chart of decimal numbers. And one more thing, you look here from decimal point to the higher places. When we move towards the left, its value is increasing by 10. 1 into 10. 1 into 10, you are getting this 10. 10 into 10. When we multiply this number by 10, we are getting the next place 100. When we multiply this 100 by 10, we are getting 1000. When we move towards the left, its value is increasing by 10. And move towards the right, did you notice that 1000 divides 10, you will get 100. 100 divides 10 is 10. Again 10 divides 10 is 1. Now move on to the right also, it will happen. 1 divides 10 is 1 by 10. Okay. Next 1 divides 1 by 10 divides 10 is 1 by 100. 1 by 100, when we divide it by 10, you will get 1000. You will study this division in higher class. Okay. Now, do you know how to read numbers in decimal numbers? Yes, when we read the decimal numbers, the whole number part as usual we have to read together. After that decimal point, after the decimal point we should read each of the digits separately. With an example I will show how can we read this number. Yes, 318.47. After decimal point only you have to read each of the digits separately. Another one for you. How can we read this? Yes, 0.018. Whole number part as usual we should read it together according to the places. But after the decimal point you have to read each of the digits separately. Okay. Now we can learn how to change a fraction with the denominator 10, 100 or 1000 into decimals. Okay, with an example we can learn this first. Dear children, now we can change these fractions into decimals. When you change a fraction to decimal, according to the number of zeros in denominator, you are getting the decimal point. Okay, we are writing its numerator as a decimal number. the decimal point we have to put according to the number of zeros in denominator. In denominator, if the denominator is 10, one decimal place should be there. If the denominator is 100, two decimal places. If the denominator is 1000, there should be 3 decimal places. Required number of decimal places are not there. You have to insert sufficient number of zeros in left side of its numerator. Then you have to insert the decimal point. Okay, now we can do these questions. First one, 1 by 10. In 10, 1, 0. According to the number of zeros, first I am writing the numerator 1. There should be one decimal place. So that one decimal place means the digit comes after the decimal point. That is decimal place. Okay. Now, one decimal place should be the means in left side of this, when we are putting the decimal place, here one decimal place is there. Not the digit 1. Number of places, that is 1. Okay. Whole number part, nothing is there. You have to write there 0. Therefore, it is what? 0.1. Okay. Next one, 25 by 10. Here also 1 0 is there. So that in the decimal number, there should be one decimal place. First, I am writing the numerator 25. From right to left, count one digit and put the decimal point. Here already whole number part 2 is there. Therefore, the decimal form of 25 by 10 is what? 2.5. Okay. Next, 371 by 10. Okay. First, here how many zeros? 1 0. First, I am writing the numerator. From right to left, count one digit and put the decimal point. Therefore, here the decimal form of 371 by 10 is what? 37.1. Okay. Next one, 7 by 100. Here 2 zeros are there. Therefore, how many decimal places should be there? 2. First, I am writing the numerator here, 7. Here there is only one digit. Then what to do? We need the 2 decimal places also. I already told that if required number of digits are not there, what to do? Put sufficient. Here already 1 is there, we need 2. So that I am putting 1 0 in left side. Okay, left side only you have to put the 0. Then put the decimal point. Now here how many decimal places are there? Yes, 2 are there. And whole number part, nothing is there. You have to write there 0. Therefore, here the decimal form is 0.07. Okay, next one, 18 by 100. Here also 2 zeros. I am writing the numerator. 2 decimal places should be there. From the right to left, count the 2. Here already 2 are there. Put the decimal point here. Whole number part, nothing. So that we can write there 0. Without changing its value, we are writing the 0. Okay, 0.19. Next, 405 divided by 100. Here also this 2 zeros, so that 2 decimal places should be there. I am writing the numerator 405. Leave 2 digits from right to left, then put the decimal point. Here the decimal form is what? 4.05. Okay. Next one, 1 by 1000. 3 zeros are there. So that how many decimal places should be there in the decimal number? 3 should be there. I am writing the numerator 1. Here there is only one digit. Need 3 decimal places. How can we make this 3 decimal places? Yes, write 2 zeros in left side of this. Then put the decimal point. Whole number part, write 0. Therefore, decimal form of 1 by 1000 is 0.001. Next, 23 by 1000. Here also 3 zeros. Therefore, 3 decimal places should be there. Now I am writing the numerator 23. 2 digits only, but we need 3 decimal places. So that I am writing 1 0 here. Now 0 to 3 is the decimal number and the whole number part 0 is there. Okay. Next, 314 by 1000. 314 by 1000. Here 3 decimal places. 3 zeros are there. So that 3 decimal places. Write the numerator 314. Already 3 decimal places. 3 places are there. Then put the decimal point in left side of this to make this of 3 decimal places. Whole number part, write 0. Next here also 4 zeros are there in your denominator. I am writing the numerator 2075. Here we need 3 decimal places, but in numerator 4 are there. Then how can we write it? Yes, from right to left count 3 digits. 1, 2, 3. Then put the decimal point. Now the answer is what? 2.075. Okay, change a decimal number into a fraction. First itself we should remove the decimal point, and according to the number of decimal places you should write its denominator as 10, 100 or 1000. For example, if there is only one decimal place, remove the decimal point, write its denominator as 10. If 2 decimal places are there, what to do? What will be its denominator? Yes, 100. For 3 decimal places? Yes, the denominator is 1000. Okay, according the number of decimal places, we should write its denominator. With some questions, we can study this. Okay, dear children, here some decimal numbers are given. We have to change this into fractions. First, you look here. This is a decimal number. First itself, we can remove its decimal point. That time the number is 07. You know that 07 is same as what? 7 itself. And here, how many decimal places are there? Only 1. So that its denominator is 10. You know that 07 is what? 7 by 10. Left side of a number 0 is there, it has no value. In decimal number it has value, but in whole number it has no value. Next 3.2. Here also 1 decimal place is there. First I am removing the decimal point. That time the number is what? 32. By denominator is 10. Why it is 10 here? There is only 1 decimal place, that is why. Next 47.1. Okay, here also how many decimal places? 1 only, therefore the denominator is 10. When you remove the decimal point, what is the number? Yes, 471 divided by 10. According to the number of decimal places only, you have to write its denominator. Okay, now we can write one more way, that is 47 is a whole number and 1 by 10. Actually, 0.1 is 1 by 10, you know. 0.1 is a fraction is what? 1 by 10. Both are correct. 47 1 by 10 or 471 by 10. Next 0.09. First I am removing the decimal point. That time what is the number? 009. 009 is same as 9 only. How many decimal places are there? 2. Therefore, what is the denominator? Yes, 100. Therefore, here the fractional form of 0.09 is 9 by 100. Similarly, how can we write this? 0.82. First remove the decimal point. 82. 082 means 82 by how many decimal places? 2. Therefore, here the denominator is 100. Okay. Next is 7.15. Don't count this whole number part also. You have to count the number of digits after the decimal point only. Okay. Now, I already told the first remove the decimal point. That time you will get a 715 by how many decimal places? 2. Therefore, its denominator is 100. 715 by 100. Or we can write one more method. 7 is a whole number. 0.15. It is 15 by 100. Both are correct. Actually, you have to write only one method. One way only. Okay. Next is 0.002. What is the fractional form? Yes. First, remove the decimal point 002. Then we can leave that 0, 2. By how many decimal places? 3 decimal places are there. So that its denominator is 1000. 2 by 1000. Okay. Next, 0.094. What is the fractional form? How can we write it as a fraction? Yes, first remove the decimal point. 0094 is 94 by, what is the denominator? Yes, 1000. Why it is 1000? We can write 100 also, no? Or we can write 10 also, no? Yes, here 3 decimal places are there. According to the number of decimal places, we are writing its denominator. Okay, next, here 3 decimal places. Remove the decimal point. 163 is there. and the denominator is 1000. Okay. Next, here also we must remove the decimal point. That time the number is what? 8275 by, what is the denominator? Yes, 1000. Dear children, I think all of you could understand how to change a decimal number into a fraction. Okay.